Welcome back to the JCPod, partnered with Stare Down Sports. Stare Down Greatness. It's officially here, people. As you can see, I came back on a Thursday because I won't lie to you. Didn't realize the schedule release was late into the evening, so Wednesday wasn't going to happen. But man, another thing to add on to, I think it's officially summer because, boy, it's hot as hell in here. Without any, we don't need to talk about how hot I am because I will say, pretty fucking hot in here, I'm not going to lie. Like it, they were hot and sweaty. But anyway. We're getting sidetracked, man. That's why if you want to know why I'm in the cutoff, though, it's a little hot. Anyway. We're here to talk the NFL schedule release. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to go over through every single team's schedule and sit here and be like, all right, they play this team week 1 through 17. Now, this team week 1 through 17. We aren't going to do that. We're going to keep it very, very simple today. We're going to go over, in no particular order, NFL week 1, the Thursday night football games, the Monday night football games, the Sunday night football games, and then some occasional, like, little ones that are here and there. Like, for example, Chiefs and Chargers playing in Brazil, week 1. Like, we'll throw in a little bit of those in there. I think I have the Christmas schedule as well, and I believe I have the Thanksgiving schedule. So, I think that about covers this. So, yeah, we'll go over that a little bit, and then, assuming that doesn't run super long, we'll go basically and check on the win totals. So, I damn near will do that, too, while I'm talking about some teams. I'm having debate if I want to separate that completely in this episode or not, or if it blends together. You'll know by now, obviously, by hearing it, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking I want to go over some of these win totals, assuming these books got it fixed. But they haven't. I'll admit, FanDuel has a little bit clunky right now with the whatever you call it. With their they have it where their win total it just looks funky. It don't look right. That's the best way to put it. So I'm seeing if these one of the other books have it up, and if they do, we'll go over exact win total numbers. If not, we'll just have to see basically a guesstimate. But yeah, without any further ado, let's talk some NFL schedule release. So like I said, let's talk some schedules, man. First off, before we even get to the schedule, let's talk about some miles being traveled, man. The first team who's going to travel the most miles, the Los Angeles Chargers, man. 37,000 miles they'll be traveling. The least amount will be the Bengals, about 8,753 miles. The Chargers, 37,086 miles. Now, that also probably helps if they're going to Brazil. I think they might even have like another international game. Could be wrong about that. My Colts got 25,000. They're in the top 8. That was interesting to see. I wonder if most of that is. I wonder how much of that is the Germany trip compared to everywhere else. But man, yeah, seeing some of these travel miles, like the Chargers traveling 37,000, the Rams traveling 34,000, Seattle 31, Jacksonville 29, San Francisco 28. And then it really is to Atlanta when you get in the middle states. But I don't want to say that's too shocking. If you really think about Los Angeles, Seattle, Jacksonville down here in the corner, all the way down here, and then you got San Francisco back this way. So that's a lot of teams going back and forth. And then another thing I want to talk about, strength of schedule. And remember, we talked about, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I gave out some of my early win totals, and that's why I'm excited to see if they changed or not, because, man, look, the Giants, 0.574, hardest strength of schedule out of the whole league. And the 49ers have the easiest at 0.415. But if you remember, we came on the show, we talked about how we were going to take the Giants under. And when I talked about taking that 3.5, I think it was literally 2 episodes later, it was out at 5.5. And it's like, I love this number even more. Yeah. Seeing that, like, seeing their actual schedule, seeing the strength of schedule too, I don't know how they're going to win 5 games. Now, it is the NFL, so anything can happen, but I'd be lying to you if when I looked at their win total, I was like, yeah, I think the Giants got it. But no, I mean, that you got the Giants at 0.574. The Bears are at 0.571, along with the Lions. Eagles, 0.561. 0.5. By the way, so all these I'm going to read out are 0.5s. So 0.557, so 0.550, 0.533, 0.526, 0.522. And that basically down the list. We got like Cowboys, Packers, Vikings, Commanders, Ravens. So yeah, the hardest by far is the Giants, which really sucks for them. Second hardest is the Bears, who another team where it's like I'd probably have them at best winning 9 games. Now that I learned that they have the second hardest schedule, it's like man, that at best at 9 games might even be a stretch now. Especially because just conveniently before I got on, a story's getting released. Because I don't know. Now I don't know. I didn't look too much into this, I won't lie, because like I said, it's just getting released. But there's some stuff coming out about Caleb Williams, apparently him trying to throw the draft, so he didn't go to the Bears. It's May, people. We're getting storylines like that. But yeah, like I said, the Bears have the second hardest strength of schedule. And then you hear stories like that, it's just like, ooh, man, That is tough for Bears fans. Even season hasn't even started yet, and it's like, oh, okay. And sorry, this book does not have. All right, that book did not have win totals up either, man. But yeah, I would say the Saints having a .419 for like easiest strength, like they have the second easiest strength of schedule, and I won't lie to you. I'll be shocked if they hit their over too. Their over under was at 6.5. Derek Carr obviously retired. Man, poor Kellen Moore, man. He's showing up with basically no quarterback, and he has to figure all of that out. Okay, so this book did the same exact thing. I don't know why they changed. So these books changed to where they actually had their over/under win total set to now they just added a bunch of numbers. And it seems like they're skipping like the actual number. For example, the Commanders win. So in this book, for example, the Commanders win totals. They have the Commanders at 5.5 minus 1,400, under 5.5 plus 800. Then it skips 6.5, goes straight to 7.5, skips 8.5, goes to 9.5. So I guess it skips all the even numbers. Man, I don't like that. I really don't like that. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get an exact read on some of these win totals, but I mean, yeah, we're going to have to figure this out, but we aren't going to be able to get the exact number, but we'll be able to get something out of it. This is crazy. I can't believe the books actually like completely changed this up. Because I just want to see a win. I just want to see a win total number, man. I want to see if my Saints under 6.5 wins. I want to see if I got some good value or not, you know? But, yeah, I guess we'll just have to do it. Like I said, we'll do it the original way, how I was thinking of anyway, where we'll just like talk about some of the odds for some of the... Like, we won't go over every team. Very clearly now, we are not going to go over every team. Just because it might drag a bit. But there'll be some teams for, like, for example, we'll talk Jacksonville Jaguars. It seems like, so they just literally took away all the even numbers. I didn't realize that earlier. Looks like they're over-under still around, like, 7.5. So there's some teams where the odds are showing that didn't change too much. So we'll deal with that there, man. We'll get to that when we get there. But like I said, let's actually hop into some schedules now. I've talked the strength of schedule. It seems like Giants are the hardest strength of schedule. 49ers are the easiest. Feel free, NFL, shout out Fox Sports NFL. They have an actual graphic of all this if you want to see the actual numbers. And shout out to, I stole this from Adam Schefter's tweet. So just shout out Adam Schefter's tweet for that gave basically all the miles and everything so we could see how far teams are traveling. Bengals traveling the least. Chargers traveling the most. But like I said, let's hop into some of these schedules now, man. We'll start with, let's go with Christmas Day. This is the first one I got up. So Christmas Day. Or do we want to go week 1? What do we think? I guess we could go NFL week 1. That'd probably be the best option. So here we go. Officially for NFL week 1. Your kickoff game on Thursday will be the Cowboys versus Eagles. Little NFC West action. Shout out to the Cowboys for getting to start off the season. And man, shout out to George Pickens going from the Steelers to the Cowboys. Starting out the season on prime time, baby. An NFC East battle at that. I'm not going to say it's a good game or a bad game. We're 114 days away, and we still don't even know if Dak Prescott's for sure going to play. But that's a chance to be an exciting game on Sao Paulo. By the way, I think I said San Paulo a few times yesterday. I apologize for that. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Chiefs, Chargers. Best part about this game, too, it's going to be streaming on YouTube. That's going to do numbers. This NFL game might be the most viewed thing ever. I'm very excited to see. I'm very excited to watch. Obviously, this is going to be a really fun game to watch as a division battle. But not only that, I'm very excited to see the numbers that they do on YouTube because there's a really good chance that, this Chiefs-Chargers number is going to be massive when they do numbers on YouTube. I like that. I'm excited to see, like, with the old PewDiePie videos, all those, like, Mr. Beast videos. Like, I'm excited to see how this stacks up because the NFL does numbers, and they're going to give away a free NFL game on YouTube. Man, please. Friday night? I mean, you only got what is it, September 5th? You probably only got to worry about Friday night SmackDown that late, man. I mean, NFL's going to, that's going to be some numbers, man. But then we move on to Sunday. So this is the 1 p.m. slate. We got the Raiders traveling to the Patriots. Steelers traveling to the Jets. Will Aaron Rodgers be there? Mm-hmm. Miami is coming up to the Colts, which is actually really hilarious because the Colts social media team just got rid of the, apparently they didn't ask Microsoft to use I don't know if it's the sound or the music, so they didn't ask Microsoft to use the sound or music for their Minecraft schedule release video. And they also said something about Tyreek Hill that apparently everyone but Tyreek Hill got offended to, so they took it down. That's a thing for a different day, but I won't lie to you. Kind of sick of other kind of upset that the person the joke's about isn't mad. But other people are mad for him, and we got, like I said, we aren't going to get into that, but that's a whole different discussion for another day. Apparently, though, Tyreek Hill came out and said he thought it was funny. So, which also, shout out to him, though, for being able to take light in a situation like that. Kind of shows his character as well. Cardinals are going to travel to take on New Orleans. The Giants are going to travel to take on the Commanders. Panthers versus the Jaguars. Man, I won't lie to you. The Colts have to play. This is something way sidetracked. The Colts have to play Jaguars in Jacksonville week 14. They don't play them till week 14, and they play them again like week 16, week 17. Your boy would be lying if he said he's a little nervous about that game. Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2015, by the way, people. But yeah, we don't need to talk about that right now. We got 114 days plus some till then. The Bengals will go to take on the Cleveland Browns. Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And that clears out the 1 p.m. slate. Now we got the 4 o'clock slate, which will have the Titans taking on the Broncos. 49ers taking on the Seahawks. Lions taking on the Packers. That should be a good game. And then you got the Texans versus the Rams. Sunday Night Football. Baltimore Ravens. Buffalo Bills. And then Monday Night Football. Minnesota Vikings. Chicago Bears. Shout out to the Bears, man. Primetime football, week 1. Not very often you get to say that about them. I can't even tell you the last time they were on primetime football week 1. Probably since what, 85? I could be totally wrong, but Bears are gonna be an interesting team this year because of offensively what they can do and everything. Their offense has some real potential. I don't know. It's a completely new flip. Is Caleb Williams gonna be able to understand the system in a year? Are they gonna become a little bit more of a run team? Because if they do, watch out for Roschon Johnson and who did they draft? Didn't they draft the running back? The Bears? I actually cannot remember, but that's the thing I wonder about because they boosted up their offensive line a little bit. They're getting some of the wide receivers in like they did for the Lions. They're what's his name? Ben Johnson. They did Kyle Monangai. I think that's probably who it is. Kyle Monangai, Roschon Johnson, DeAndre Swift. That's not a bad. I won't lie to you. I like how they got Kyle Monangai. I thought he was pretty decent in college. I won't lie to you. He's a 7th rounder, but like I said, I think he has a good chance to get some decent playing time for them. I really liked how he played in college. He had some pretty nice plays, won't lie. But yeah, that basically does it for the week 1 schedule. So, man, I think the game I'm most excited about, obviously, is the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, just because it's Thursday. That means the NFL season has started. Outside of that, though, if I had to pick a game, strictly off matchups, Packers-Lions, I think, will be a really good divisional battle. Colts-Lions, I have some personal investment in, just to see, one, who's the starting quarterback for the Colts week 1, and how we're going to start out week 1. That's some personal investment there. Yeah, I think Packers-Lions is probably going to be the game of the week. Steelers-Jets could be exciting if Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers just for a little revenge game factor. That'd be double revenge game factor because Justin Fields against the Steelers. Man. How many days until week 1? How many? What's it say? 112? What's my scrolling bar say? 112. It's about to come up. Give it a minute. It's almost there. 112 days till week 1, man. It can't come soon enough. Needs to come sooner. But yeah, that basically does it for the week. Like I said, the week 1 schedule. So that's what we have to look forward to in week 1. So we'll move on. Now we'll start bouncing around a little bit more. Here we'll talk about some primetime games, some other stuff like that. So, for example, the Christmas triple header is officially set. You got the Cowboys versus Commanders at 1 p.m. I think Christmas is on a Thursday this year, too. Which is kind of wild, man. We actually get some real Thursday night football on Christmas. Yeah, looking up, it is on a Thursday. It is indeed on a Thursday. Man, does that mean we're going to get some... Are they going to play a game on Christmas Eve? No way, right? I feel like they've done that the last couple years, but I don't think they're going to... No way they do it this year, right? Like I said, Cowboys-Commanders will be a 1 o'clock game. The 4:30 game will be Lions-Vikings. And then Sunday Night Football on Christmas. We got the Broncos, and we got the Chiefs. That should be a fun little battle there. I do feel bad for the Cowboys, though, because apparently from weeks 12 through 17, the Cowboys play the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, and Commanders. And per Evan Kaplan, the Cowboys will be the first team in the history of the NFL to play 6 straight games against teams that are all won 11-plus games the previous season. Man. That's tough. I mean, you would think the Cowboys have a little bit easier schedule because they struggle so much. Then you look at it, it's like, oh, two of those teams are in their division, so they have to play. That's 4 games. Like the Eagles twice, Commanders twice. Man, that's tough. That's gonna be tough. I really am I'm scared for the Cowboys this season. I truly think the Cowboys. I don't think they're gonna be horrible, but I guess for 7-10 would probably be considered horrible for the Cowboys, huh? But I honestly see them I don't think they're gonna get more than 9 wins as of right now. I haven't seen enough to really obviously it's really early on in the offseason, but as of right now I haven't seen enough to where it's yeah, that's a team I can definitely see winning 10 games. I mean, especially it seems getting George Pickens I think does help out their offense a decent amount. I will give them that, but swapping running backs with the Panthers, especially when they let them. I'm kind of upset about them letting Rico Dowdle go just for the fact I do not like that move. And I just don't think I like their running back room. So here's how tough their schedule is. That's going to be rough. That's going to be a rough little stretch for the Cowboys. They have to probably win at least 2 of those games. But yeah, running back wise, I guess they got Jaden Blue, who might not be bad. But yeah, you're Jaden Blue, Phil Maffa, Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, Deuce Vaughn. Take away those rookies, and man, I don't know. Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders. I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of the backfield. I will say that. And the Thanksgiving schedule now, we'll talk about that real quick. Packers versus Lions. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, damn, they don't have the Cowboys on Thanksgiving? What? It's next game. So Packers versus Lions will be first game. Chiefs versus Cowboys will be the next game. And then it's Bengals versus Ravens as the final game. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's... I think it's the Packers and Lions playing each other. Because I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a team not playing on Thursdays. They used to play on Thursdays. And then it's okay. I think it was the... whatever you call it. Excuse me. I think it was the Packers. I don't think the Packers and the Lions played each other last year. I think they were 2 separate games. So I think that was messing me up. But... I won't lie to you. That's a nice little Thanksgiving Day slate. All those games have a chance to be bangers. Truly. Especially that Baltimore Ravens versus Bengals game. I agree. This is a really good football thing. I'm really happy with the Thanksgiving slate. I think it's one of the best ones that we've seen in a while. I'll admit, I haven't got to watch, by the way, all these schedule release videos, but some of them have been pretty good that I've seen so far. We talked international games already, so we don't really need to go over that. Just to double back on that, we talked about it: Brazil, Chiefs, Chargers. Dublin will be getting Vikings, Steelers. London will be getting London gets a game October 5th, 12th, and 19th. The 5th is Vikings, Browns. Next week, the 12th is Broncos, Jets. The next following week is the Rams versus Jaguars. Berlin gets the Falcons versus Colts. And then I almost wonder if Germany is going to start becoming the Colts. I think it's the second year in a row now Colts are going to Germany. So I'm wondering if their Colts are going to start becoming the team of Germany, quote unquote. Especially because they're considered the home team here. And then Commanders versus Dolphins will be played in Madrid. Just for those people who might have missed Tuesday's episode. But yeah, that basically leaves us with the big 3 left. Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, I'm just kidding, not Friday Night Football. Monday Night Football. So yeah, we'll go over... The week starts with Thursday. Let's start with Thursday Night Football. First week, I guess we don't have... we just talked about, what was the first week? Cowboys, Eagles. I was sitting here, I'm like, man, what's the first week? I just talked about it. Cowboys, Eagles, week 1 on Thursday Night Football. And then week 2, we got Commanders, Packers. Week 3 is Dolphin, Bills, followed by Seattle, Seahawks, Arizona Cardinals. 49ers, Rams is week 5. Week 6 is Giants, Eagles. That's kind of poopy. Bengals, Steelers next week. The following week is Vikings, Chargers. Ravens, Dolphins. Raiders, Broncos. Jets, Patriots, week 11. Bills, Dolphins. The Black Friday game, Bills, Texans, for week 12. The week 13 Black Friday game will be the Chicago Bears versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 14 will be the Cowboys versus Lions. Week 15, Falcons, Tampa Bay Bucks. Week 16, Rams, Seahawks. And the Christmas night game on week 17 is Broncos, Chiefs. And then obviously Thursday Night Prime by Amazon Prime has a wild card playoff game on January 10th or 11th. I will say, though, there's only Eagles-Giants only, as of right now, seems to be the only game that I see having blowout potential. I mean, I'm not going to say all these teams are good that are playing against each other. I mean, I guess Lions, Cowboys potentially could too, depending what happens towards their end of the season. But from the looks of it, as of right now, these are all games that seem like they could be decently fun or like close games. Like Chargers, Vikings, that could probably be a close game. Broncos, Raiders, the way the Raiders are rebuilding now, that might be a close game. Like there's just a lot of games. Like even Jets, Patriots, like it might not be the best of games, but that's probably going to be competitive. There's a lot of games like this on Thursday Night Football. I'm very happy with that slate, reading that. Going to Sunday Night Football now, Week 1, we got Bills versus Ravens. I'll read the home team first for this one. We got Week 2, we got Vikings versus Falcons. 3 is Giants versus Chiefs. Oh, that could get ugly. Week 4 is Cowboys versus Packers. 5 is Bills versus Patriots. 6 is Chiefs Lions. 7 is 49ers Falcons. 8 is Steelers Packers. 9 is Commanders Seahawks. Chargers Steelers is Week 10. 11 is Eagles versus Lions. 12 is Rams versus Buccaneers. 13 is Commanders versus Broncos. 14 is Chiefs versus Texans. 15 is Cowboys versus Minnesota Vikings. 16 is Dolphins versus Bengals. And Week 17 is 49ers versus Chicago Bears. I won't lie to you, for Sunday Night Football here in some of these matchups, that's kind of like, man, that's the Sunday Night Football matchup for this week. But I won't lie to you. Like, for example, Vikings versus Falcons, you're like, that's the Sunday night matchup. If Kirk Cousins was starting, a little bit more drama. But, I mean, even then, that has a chance to be like a banger of a game. But I would say there's just like weirder matchups for Sunday Night Football. As, for example, like, we're building the whole week to watch Commanders versus Seahawks. It's just weird. But mind you, I could have a totally different view on this by the time we reach Week 9. And it could be like the 7-1 Seahawks versus the 8-1 Commanders. Like, that could be a real possibility. But also, we don't know the Week 18 game, obviously, because that's going to be a flexible one. But, yeah, I'll admit, I definitely like the Thursday Night Football schedule a lot better than the Sunday Night Football schedule, just matchup-wise. But I think these are all games have a chance to be sneaky good. It's probably going to be what happens with these NFL games anyway. Like, Packers-Cowboys, that's a game looking at. It's like, that's probably going to suck. But there's a chance that becomes sneaky good. Now, Giants versus Chiefs, I won't lie to you. I don't know how the hell that made Sunday Night Football. Especially in Week 3. Like, I don't know. Are they trying to get Russ out there? Like, that's one where it's like, that's definitely just a New York market thing where they're shoving the Giants in their face a little bit. Because do they get a Thursday night? I think okay, they do not. I was going to say, do they get a Thursday night game? And they do. They get a home Thursday night game, and they get a home Sunday night game. I don't gotta watch the Giants so much. I get their it's a big market thing. I know really what it is, but just like, man, can they at least get a little bit better before we watch them? Just a little bit. And I'm saying that as a Colts fan. We only got one game. Yeah, the Colts actually, funny enough, I'm just glad they have a primetime game this year. They didn't have any last year, and the one they did ended up getting flexed. They finally got one this year. Been waiting all day for Monday night. Monday Night Football. Let's go, baby. Week 1. We're gonna read with the home team first again. Bears versus Vikings. Week 2 is Texans. Oh, we got doubleheader Monday. Right away. We got the Texans versus Bucks, and we also got the Raiders versus Chargers. I don't like these doubleheader Monday night games. I won't lie to you. I don't get why we can't just have another game at 4 o'clock on Sunday, so we have more than 3 or 4 games at the 4 o'clock window. So Week 3, we got Ravens versus Lions. Week 4, we got another doubleheader. We got the Dolphins versus the Jets. We got the Broncos versus the Bengals. Dude, is it just every other week we got a doubleheader for basically the first part of the season? Week 1 to Week 2, Week 4. And so Week 5 we're good. We have Jaguars versus Chiefs. Week 6 we got Falcons versus Bills and also Commanders versus Bears. Week 7 breaks that as well because then we have Lions versus Bucks. We also have Seahawks versus Texans. Week 8 is Chiefs versus Commanders. Week 9 is Cowboys versus Cardinals. Packers versus Eagles is Week 10. Week 11 is Raiders, Cowboys. 12 is 49ers, Panthers. 13 is Patriots, Giants. Damn, the Giants get every type of damn. Chargers, Eagles is Week 14. 15 is Steelers, Dolphins. 16 is Colts, 49ers. 17 is Falcons versus Rams. And then January 3rd, Week 18. There's no way we're going to have a doubleheader on Monday night for Week 18. I feel like that's going to be Actually, they might. I can't remember. I thought they played every game on Sunday in Week 18. I could be totally wrong about that, but I honestly can't remember at this point in the offseason. But I won't lie to you. My big first complaint, why in the hell is the Giants as a 5.5 win total team? Like, I understand we're trying to prop up some of these other teams, but damn. So the Giants get to play the Patriots. That the worst of the matchups too. So they get to play the Patriots, the Eagles, and the Chiefs as their primetime games. Like, at least the Patriots one will be kind of close, I feel like, over versus those other two. But man, I'm sorry, Giants fans. I think you guys understand a little bit too. Why are they on primetime? Why don't we throw, like, I don't know, I feel like there's so many other teams that, even I don't want to see this, and I could sound really stupid. Why don't we throw the Jaguars on there? Let's see Travis Hunter in some of these primetime games. Like, what? Like, I'm trying to think of, like, other than Abdul Carter and some of their pass rushers, like, I guess Malik Neighbors is pretty fun to watch too, but I'm trying to think of, like, what star factor makes the Giants, like, all right, I'm turning on a New York Giants football game. Like, what player does that for you? Just that's a general question. I'm not trying to talk shit or anything. I'm genuinely curious. Like, the Colts only getting one primetime game, I feel like is understandable. They haven't earned any primetime games yet recently. I think there's also 3 teams who didn't get any primetime games. I think there was a list of that. Here we go. Amount of time. Shout out to Ari Mirov for this. Amount of primetime games by team. Kansas City has 7. Dallas has 6. Miami, Atlanta, Detroit, Philadelphia, Washington, Buffalo, the Chargers and 49ers all have 5. Atlanta being at 5 is interesting. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Houston, Denver, Green Bay, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Los Angeles, Rams, and Seattle all have 4. Giants, Las Vegas, New England, Chicago all have 3. Jets, Arizona have 2. Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Carolina have 1. Cleveland and Tennessee have no primetime games. I won't lie to you. Chiefs getting 7 is a bit too much, man. Like, don't get me wrong. No, I'm just kidding. 7 is a lot of primetime games. I'm not like, and Dallas getting 6 as well. It's just like, I get they're the Dallas Cowboys, but come on, man. Like, I want to be real. This is just me as a fan. I would love to see more Baltimore, more Cincinnati. Hell, I'd even take more Pittsburgh football. But like some of these teams, man, like Green Bay, I'd love to watch more Green Bay. Hell, I'd watch more Detroit, more Philadelphia. Now, mind you, these are just 7 for the Chiefs and 6 for the Cowboys. That's just crazy, honestly. Yeah, that's absolutely wild. The fact that the Giants, like I said, the Giants getting now that the Raiders are somewhat decent, them getting 3 isn't as bad. But man, the Giants getting 3, even Patriots getting 3. Like, if they put those 3 at the end of the season, I can't remember. We just read it obviously, but that kind of makes sense because they could be a good team towards the end of the season. Like I said, I'm just shocked by some of these choices. I'm not mad at it at all. Not mad at any of this by all, but I guess if you count the international game. Oh, that makes sense. I was about to say, somebody said Miami has 6 if you count the international game, but these are all primetime games that are games at night. So these are all the nighttime games on Thursdays, Saturdays, not yet on Saturdays, Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. But yeah, that basically does it for all the schedule talk. Yeah, it is crazy that the Falcons went from no primetime games last year to having 4 this year. Shout out to them. Talk about a come up. And the fact that we get no Cam Ward. Interesting. No Titans. I'm not shocked by that, honestly. But I would figure they'd at least give him 1 game. Not to give him 1, it's kind of like, makes sense. Right? Just weird. Like I said, it's just a little bit weird. And also shout out to Saints. Saints are another team that got no primetime games, I believe. And yeah, I just feel bad for the Chiefs a little bit too. Like, they're playing primetime games on Fridays. They're playing some games on feels like on Tuesdays, other games on Wednesdays. Like, their schedule's just going to be weird. Well, with that being said, let's quickly just go over some win totals. It looks like the Arizona Cardinals is about 8.5 now, over-under win total. I'm basically just going to read out these numbers. Falcons, it seems like they're over 7.5, it's minus 140. They're under 7.5, plus 120. So it looks like they're about the 7 to 8 range. The Baltimore Ravens are at minus 110 for 11.5 wins at both sides. Looks like the Bills are about at 11 to 12 wins themselves, so it's about 11.5. Bears go under 8.5 wins is minus 140. Over 8.5 wins is plus 120. So, yeah, they're basically about 8 wins themselves. Bengals, it looks like, are about the 9 to 10 win range. Under 11.5 wins is minus 290, but over 9.5 win is minus 130. So they're at the 9.5 to 10.5 range for them. Cleveland Browns, looks like they're under 5.5 is minus 138. They're over 5.5 is plus 115. So their win total is about 5.5. I really don't know if I'd take that or not. I think if Shador or Dylan Gabriel starts, I do think they have a chance to win some games, but I don't know, man. I think that's a good number because that's one. I won't lie to you. That's a number where like I diss the Browns a lot, but even I'm kind of like, it's only 6 games. That's not. I like them. Ooh, do I like the Browns more than the Giants? Quickly going through my head, I like the Giants' defensive line a lot better. I like Malik Neighbor. Oh, I don't know if I can say that, man. Fuck. Cleveland has a pretty good defensive line, too. I don't know. That's a really good one. I'll have to, maybe that'll be one of our off-season shows. Who has a better chance to get wins this year? The Cleveland Browns or the New York Giants? I know the New York Giants have Russell Wilson, but... Cowboys over-under win total looks like it's about 7.5. Over 7.5 wins, minus 135. Under 7.5, minus 115. Broncos, their win total seems like it's about 9.5. Unders, minus 130. Wins is plus 110, so that is a 9.5. Lions, their win total's at 10.5. That is one I actually like. Over 10.5 wins is minus 105. Under 10.5 wins is minus 115. That's actually something I'm going to add to our bet slip for later futures reference. Because I won't lie to you, man. So you're telling me a team that won like 14, 15 games last year. They got to win 3 less games, and I still have a chance to win. I think I like that, man. Green Bay Packers, their win total's at 9.5. Seems like over 9.5 plus 105, under 9.5 minus 125. So they have them projected about 9-8. The Texans, their over-under win total as well as at 9.5 overs. The overs minus 110, the unders minus 130. So they have them about 9-8 as well. The Colts, 7.5 is minus 110 both ways. I actually like that over personally. But that's just me. Obviously, you know why I liked it over as a Colts fan. But I think the Colts could definitely go 8-9 this year. Even regardless unless both quarterbacks get injured, I think Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones can definitely win 8 games with the schedule the Colts have. They definitely, because they have a stretch like weeks 5. I think it's like 5 through 10, where they could easily win like 4 out of 5 right there, and boom, there's 8 wins you need. Jacksonville, their over/under still at 7.5. Over 7.5 minus 115. Under 7.5 minus 105. I lean the under there, but I haven't officially taken that one yet. Kansas City Chiefs, their win total seems like it's 11.5. Over 11.5 plus 105. Under 11.5 minus 125. I don't mind it at all. I think that's one that I would be tempted to take if that might be a future ad. I'm not too sure yet on that one though. Raiders, it seems like their over/under is about 7.5. Over 7.5 wins plus 125. Under is minus 145. I don't think that's a bad line at all for that one. Chargers are 9.5 wins, plus 105 for the over, minus 125 for the under. I think they could go 10-7. I'd lean a little bit over there without going through game by game on their schedule, which eventually we'll be doing in like a month or two, which is crazy to think about. Rams, their over/under win total, that's crazy. So I think the books messed this one up. Or the way they laid it out. So they have over 9.5, unless it's just an odds, the way they laid out the odds. Over 9.5 wins, and then they got over 7.5 wins, under 9.5, under 11.5, over 11.5, under 7. So they just labeled this weird, but it seems like their win total is about 9.5, minus 140, plus 120 for the over/under there. Dolphins are at 8.5, plus 125, minus 145 for the over/under there. The Vikings. They are at 8.5, over 8.5 wins is plus 100. Under 8.5 wins is minus 120. I won't lie to you. The fact that it's plus money, I kind of want to do 9-8 for the Vikings. I think I think that's an over. I am going to take it, especially if it's going to be plus 100. I like that. The New England Patriots, over 7.5 wins, minus 145. Under 7.5 wins, plus 125. I actually do like this team to improve. Now, I don't know if I'm for sure going to take their over/under, but I think with Vrabel being there gives them an easy I think there's 2 or 3 games they automatically win with just Vrabel being there alone. So then if Drake May can come along, that 7.5 should be no issues at all. Okay, so we got a good number with the Saints. It looked like the over 5.5 wins is plus 105. The under 5.5 is minus 125. I think we got minus 6.5 at like minus 140, minus 135, something like that. So we got a whole extra basically win, which is really, really awesome because I think they're going to go under. Like I said, I just think it's going to be a struggle year for them. Giants, they're under 5.5 wins, minus 140. Over 5.5 is still plus 120. So that stayed relatively the same since it's moved on from 3.5 earlier this offseason. The Jets over/under win total, 5.5 is minus 135 for the over, plus 115 for the under. I mean, I think they could win 6 games. 6 games seems almost too easy, but I ain't betting the Jets. I'm good, man. That just seems a little low. Philadelphia Eagles, over 11.5 wins, plus 100. Under 11.5 wins, minus 120. I think that's a good number there. Steelers, over 8.5 wins is plus 120. Under 8.5 wins is minus 140. We got to take over until Mike Tomlin loses 9 games, right? So that's another one I'm going to probably jump on. I mean, it's been, 17 years running now? 18 years running where he hasn't lost that. I mean, hey, if it's going to keep printing money, I'm just going to go to the wells completely gone at this point, especially with Tomlin. San Francisco 49ers, under 10.5 minus 135, over 10.5 plus 115. They do have a really, really easy schedule, so if they're able to get stuff clicking offensively, that might be a sneaky one to take. The Seattle Seahawks, they're at over under 7.5 wins is minus 135 plus 115. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are over under win totals at 9.5. 9.5 is plus 100. Under 9.5 is minus 120. That's another one because it's plus money. I really tended to lean on. Plus, I think who won the division last year? I think they won it at like 9-8 pretty much. So I can definitely see the Bucs winning 10 games. And I'm trying to look at the standings for 2024. Yeah, the Bucs won it at 10-7. Falcons were 8-9, 5-12, 5-12. Yeah, and especially with, I think the Bucs can win 10 games again. So I like the over under at 9.5. I probably have them going about 10-7 again. So it might take till the last game of the season. It might be a sweat, but I do think that 10 hits. Tennessee Titans, their over under win totals is 5.5, 5.5 minus 125, under 5.5 plus 105. Really don't know there. I won't lie to you. I want to see a little bit more of Cam Ward in the offseason, how what their offense is kind of looking like before I give a final answer there. And the final win total I want to bring up today, Commanders, over 9.5, under 9.5. It's minus 110 regardless. I think they're going to have a pretty good season. 10-7 after the season they had last year isn't asking too much for them. So regardless on that alone, I would lean the over, but we're going to have to see because, yeah, we're going to see if we're just going to have to listen to the offseason stuff too and just project. Do we think there's going to be any second-year regression with Jaden Daniels in that Commanders offense? Do we think there's like a figuring them out aspect that some of these teams have? Or are we just going to be fine and not have to worry about it and they're going to just win 10 or 11 games again and just be a really good team? We'll have to see. But thank y'all for watching today's report. Really do appreciate it. Crazy to think that the NFL schedule has officially been released now because now we're officially 112 days away from the week 1, man. And we actually know who's playing when, where, and why. We know, man, I'm excited, dude. It's awesome. Basically, now that the schedule's released, we're slowly going to get more and more football information out. So you know what that means. We're basically, I would say, about 4 to 5 weeks away from my official NFL futures, college futures breakdowns, all that jazz. Man, I can't wait, people. I've been doing some research already. I'm just excited for the football season, man. But I will say, like I said, take some time to enjoy some sports, man. NBA basketball's been really putting on. That's been awesome to watch. WNBA starts tomorrow. Shout out the ladies kicking off their season. Let's see. NHL hockey's still going on. That's popping off. MLB baseball's having a good year. They're having a pretty good year so far about storyline and everything wise. So sports are just great right now. And if I missed any sports, I have some PGA Championship this week as well. Sports are doing great, man. Check out some sports this weekend. And don't forget to stare down greatness. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. I will see everyone in this feed on Tuesday.